Welcome, Valpo fans, to another Valpo Coaches Show brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. I'm Aaron Levitt, and joining me today is the head coach of the Valpo softball program, Meaggan Pettipiece. Coach P, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
About a month and a half into your season, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, I want to go back to the fall and even go back to the summer portion of the calendar. You came in last year, your first year, you came in midway through the fall season, didn't get the chance to get really any players you wanted in here, kind of had to learn on the fly on the job that first season. How has it been this year having that full summer and fall with the team, getting a recruiting class of your own in and having all that time to prepare leading up to the season?
I think it's gone really well. I mean, obviously recruiting was our number one thing when we came in, since there was no 23s committed at the time. I think that we did a great job of getting some kids to come in and make an impact right away, which is what we needed. And I think just having the entire off season to prepare and have a consistency and know that we have things in place for the team throughout this whole year, I think really helps even the players. I think that after having a year under our belt of a season there, but not having all of the beginning parts of things last year really affected how things went, obviously, as well. So I think this year bringing all these girls together and having a new vision and mission for this team, I think that we've really focused on the culture and where we want to see this program go. And I think that that's been a lot easier having all that, pre-work done and being able to get into that mindset before we even got onto campus.
You talked about that recruiting class. Nearly half of your team is made up of newcomers. How has that been integrating a large group of newcomers with that group of returnees?
At first in the fall, it was definitely, difficult. I felt like there was a big, split between the two groups, just, as far as getting them integrated, but that was our focus. And we knew that that was what, we had coming in. I think we've done a nice job with allowing those girls to have their space and start creating what they want as well. The younger girls, I think, show a different aspect to a lot of the upperclassmen as well on what they can bring to the program. And I think that, even being on the field and them getting opportunities to show what they can do helps. But I think that, as the year has gone on and they've had the time together, they're definitely growing both on and off the field. Obviously, you can't expect players to always be best friends off the field, but to work together and have the same goals and making sure that the environment is a growth mindset environment, I think that has been a really big plus for us this year.
Well, you've been competing for about a month and a half now. Looking at the non-conference portion of the season, those first 5 weekends of play, where do you feel you saw good progress from this group if you go from the first weekend to that last weekend of non-conference?
Well, I think at the beginning, obviously, we're, giving everybody opportunities and trying to see where the lineup fits and does well. And we actually got to more of a starting lineup than earlier than we expected as a team. But I think that that's a good thing when players are in the lineup and doing great things and not allowing there to be other opportunities. That's showing growth, even just in the program and who we have in place. As far as the 6 weeks, I think that we faced some great competition. The girls showed that they could compete even against the best of who we faced. And I think that that really helped with them and their belief in themselves and what we do on the field and what we're going to bring to the conference.
After spending all that time since the first weekend of February on the road, you're finally at home this weekend for the home opener. How nice is it going to be to not have to get on a bus this weekend?
Hopefully that's very exciting. I think everybody is ready for a break from the bus rides and travel. But I mean, we've really enjoyed that time together too. So going into this weekend, I think the biggest thing is just being able to, show our campus, show our community what we're doing on the field, and having that opportunity to have that support right at home is fantastic. And the girls are all looking forward to that.
Well, we've got your Easter weekend plans, the home opener against Bradley Friday at 3 p.m., and then a doubleheader on Saturday at noon, all at the Valpo softball complex. Coach P, thanks for joining me. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
This has been the Valpo Coaches Show brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.